Hi, I just wanted to pop in and kind of say what I explained to some students Monday's Zoom meeting, but I wanted to introduce you to Sophie Scholl. So, the story that you're going to be kind of reading this week is called Hitler Youth Growing Up in Hitler's Shadow. So, it kind of takes a glimpse into the world of Hitler Youth. And that was an organization that involved kids who were basically um, kind of like twisted Boy Scouts. They would go to camp, they would learn how to be future soldiers, and of course, they were indoctrinated with Hitler's mentality. So, here are some pictures of the Hitler Youth. It was boys and girls. Um, and it was a full thing. So, obviously, the story talks about that lifestyle, okay? But it also focuses on some kids who kind of rebelled, some kids who kind of realized maybe this is not what we thought it was. So, one girl, her name was Sophie Scholl, and she and her brother Hans created this underground resistance movement. Her boyfriend at the time was a Nazi soldier, and he would write her letters and explain to her what was really happening out throughout Europe. So she would take this information and put it in little pamphlets and pass the information around secretly, of course, to whoever would listen and try to get people to understand the truth. So this was called the White Rose Foundation, White Rose Organization. They were an underground resistance movement. So that's Sophie and her boyfriend. In the previous picture, it was Hans. So one day, Sophie and her brother were passing out pamphlets at a university, and they were caught by, I think a janitor saw them or something. They were arrested and taken and executed in a public square. They were actually killed via guillotine, which is that thing where they put your head and they chop your head off. So today in that public square, they have this little memorial set up to White Rose Foundation. So her last words were pretty powerful. Hans, her brother, who was also killed with her, I think his last words were "Long live freedom." Sophie's last words were, "How can we expect righteousness to prevail when there is hardly anyone willing to give himself up individually to a righteous cause? Such a fine sunny day, and I have to go. But what does my death matter if through us thousands of people are awakened and stirred to action?" So that was her last little powerful statement. And so her name is Sophie Scholl. And I think, yeah, my fourth period has been seeing her this whole semester. That's her little picture there, and the white rose. So you'll be reading about Sophie, and you'll be reading about the Hitler Youth in general. So that is the plan. Yeah, so I'm going to do another little video about how to annotate. But all right, so read about Sophie. You could also look up, her story individually if you would like. But that's it. Okay, bye.